Welcome to the Creating Powerful Impact podcast, where we look at behind the scenes of why and how leaders are making an impact and how you can too. I'm Shay Wheat, the founder and CEO of Grace and Ease Productions and the host of Creating Powerful Impact podcast. We support 6, 7, and 8-figure speakers, coaches, and expert thought leaders in creating powerful and profitable live and virtual live events. Our clients have made over $25 million in revenue, gained over 3,700 new clients, and changed the lives of over 29,000 attendees, with events as few as 50 people and over 4,000 in attendance. So stick around to the end of the show where we'll reveal how you can be a next guest in just 15 to 20 minutes. Let's go.
Well, welcome to episode number 1 of Creating Powerful Impact. Shay Wheat, you are normally the host, but I get to interview you. Congratulations on the launch of your podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very, very excited about it.
You are a certified event producer. You are the founder and CEO of Grace and Ease Productions. And of course, you are the regular host of Creating Powerful Impact. So Shay, talk about this podcast and what our listener is going to be able to hear and the transformation that they're going to be able to have.
Absolutely. So most of our listeners have been really doing what they've been doing for quite some time. And what they're looking for is an opportunity to learn from experts in order to scale and leverage their company to the next phase of business. So our audience is really super engaged. They're really interested in learning the tips. They're interested in learning what worked, what didn't, and really taking a look at the behind the scenes of the why and how leaders are making an impact so they can as well.
We all love behind the scenes. And so I'm excited about the transformation that will take place, for the listener. So to our listeners coming back, maybe they've listened to a few episodes. Now they're going back to kind of listen to the trailer and they're like, okay, I am so going to binge this. But for someone who hasn't consumed a lot of episodes yet, what's kind of the transformation that you envision for the listener?
Absolutely. So we're going to be connecting with 6, 7, 8-figure speakers, experts, leaders that are really crushing it in their business. And so we're wanting to really kind of dive in behind the scenes. I'm an event producer. I live behind the scenes and I'm seeing what's working and what's not working. I'm connecting with experts that are, really increasing their authority and their visibility and their revenue and how they're building their communities. So I really wanted to take those behind the scenes conversations that we get to have behind the curtain and bring it forth to the masses to really connect with, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm in a, stumbling block. How did somebody else walk through this process? And I want to bring that connection forward because I really feel a part of Grace and Ease Productions is really locking arms with individuals and then going and creating a wave of change together. So how do I do that? Is I connect both sides of the audience to showcase what's working and what's not working right now.
So Shay, you have the opportunity. You've worked with some pretty notable personalities, and you've again kind of been the producer of these amazing events. Would you mind maybe talking a little bit more about the work that you do professionally and how it's made you uniquely qualified to host this podcast?
Yeah, absolutely. So we support our clients in creating powerful and profitable events, whether this be in-person, virtual live events of 50 people in a one-day event or over 4,000 attendees that we have in some of our 3-day events. As you mentioned, we connect with a lot of well-known celebrities. We worked with Dr. Oz and Lisa Nichols, Bill Barron, Allison J. Prince, Claire Zamat, and we really support them in creating an event that not only is experiential, but like I mentioned earlier, profitable. So we see events as a way to scale and leverage businesses. Instead of doing one-on-one conversations, we're doing one-to-many and really creating a huge impact in the space that is your niche as our clients are moving forward with it.
I know you and I have talked before on this topic, but here we are kind of in a mostly post-COVID world. The event space, I think, has been dramatically impacted. Certainly it was for a little period of time there. But today as well, I think it's, why such notable personalities seek you out as you have the experience. You've been through, kind of the evolution of, successful events. Would you mind maybe just sharing a little bit about, because, folks are, we have an event expert here. And so can you share just a little bit about, here we are, 2022, 2023. What are some of the high level things that folks that might be considering putting on their own events might want to know about?
Yeah, so we like to support our clients with live and virtual live events. We're not necessarily supporting them with, webinars or things that are pre-recorded. We want the live experience. And what we've done is we've taken the literal live experience and converted it into a virtual space. So whether you want to create a studio in your own home or you want to have, a hybrid experience, our biggest thing is we want to make sure that you have an event promise. So your audience is leaving with value. They come in knowing exactly what it is they're going to be learning, and they actually leave with that. So we run a show that is going to not only give them the tips and the tools and the tactics that they need to get out of the pain that they're in, but we also make it so experiential that the audience feels like instead of watching a movie, they're actually a part of the movie. And that helps ingrain into essentially their muscle memory, so to speak, of how to take their problem and how to move forward to make it so they're no longer in that problem. And we really look for that solution. So we want to make sure everybody that we work with has an event promise and that they are actually delivering upon it. That's one of the biggest things. And then, of course, we get into all the logistics and the behind the scenes of like, what is the budget and, who's your team and how are we going to fill the room and all of those details. But I think overall, it's really, really super important that we're delivering value because your audience is exchanging your time and energy with us. So we want to make sure that it's a win-win on both sides.
Now, I know that you've got a pretty cool circle of friends that I would imagine many of them may appear on this podcast. However, I'm sure that, our friend that's listening to our conversation right now, they might know someone who would be perfect. Someone that has great stories, deserves to be celebrated for some of the work and impact that they've been having in the world. Would you mind maybe sharing who is this, the perfect guest that you're looking to have conversations with?
Absolutely. So our guests are really about pouring into their audience, right? They're an impact creator, they're authority, they have visibility, they've been getting their clients crazy awesome results, and they're not afraid to talk a little bit behind the scenes of how they were able to overcome the fear and the stumbling blocks along the way, right? A little bit more of that behind the scenes curtain look. We want to make sure that they really are leaders and they're wanting to make an impact in their audience and is supporting them and stepping into that bigger vision for themselves. And each of my guests, each of my friends that are going to be coming on here are really people that are wanting to pour into others. So yes, they've made a name for themselves and they're an authority in their industry, but they continue to come back to that stepping stool, that piece within themselves that's like, you know what? It all starts with making an impact And the more I can get my message out there of how I did it and how I support people and how I help them move forward, the more impact they're going to see out in the world. That's the type of person that we're looking to connect with. Is yes, you're fantastic at what you do, and you want to give back to the audience.
All right, listener, I'm talking to you now. You're going to want to go to and you had a website. It's creatingpowerfulimpact.com, and that is the podcast page. Now, that's where you can subscribe, you can listen, you can share, you can connect, Shay, with you and the rest of everyone at Grace and Ease. And that's where if someone's listening and they're like, oh, I think I might make a good guest, or I know someone that absolutely deserves to be nominated, send them right there. There's a link that they can click on and they can schedule the interview. They can see exactly kind of what the qualifications are and it'll explain exactly what the experience is going to be like. But absolutely, to our listener, think of, someone that that kind of fits what we've been talking about. Send them there, creatingpowerfulimpact.com. Shay Wheat, thank you so much. Congratulations. Again, your main website too is at graceandeaseproductions.com. Just for anyone's listening who wants to learn more about what you do professionally, when they go to graceandeaseproductions.com, what would you recommend they click on?
Yeah, absolutely. You can click on any of the videos of people that we've supported in our events. You can also click on the little, I think people call it the hamburger up in the upper right-hand corner. It'll have a drop down for, what it is that we do, shows you how we handle all the planning, the speaker and sponsor support, the production of these virtual, live, and in-person events, to really create those experiential, revenue generating and exciting events for our attendees. That's one of the best ways to do that. And of course, we're also on all of the social media, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, all of the social medias. You can find us there too, where we offer a ton of behind the scenes tips and best practices for what's working right now in the industry.
Awesome. All right, Shay Wheat, the host of Creating Powerful Impact podcast. Thank you so much and congratulations. And to our listener, all right, begin the next episode. Start listening. And again, we all love that behind the scenes stuff. Shay, congratulations on the launch of your podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to hear from you all. Thank you so much for listening to the Creating Powerful Impact podcast. If you are a successful coach, speaker, author, or thought leader who would like to be on this program, simply visit creatingpowerfulimpact.com/guest. If you are someone who got something out of this interview, would you please do me a favor and share this episode on social media? Just do a quick screenshot with your phone and text it to a friend or post it on your socials. Also, if you know somebody that would be a great guest, tag them on social media to let them know about the show and include the hashtag Creating Powerful Impact. I love seeing all of your posts and great guest selections. We are regularly putting out new episodes and content. To make sure you don't miss any episodes, go ahead and subscribe. Your thumbs up, ratings, and reviews go a long way to help promote the show, and they really mean a lot to me and my team. Want to know more about us? Head on over to our website, graceandeaseproductions.com, or follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. Just look for Grace and Ease Productions on your favorite platform. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.